Have you noticed how hard it has become to focus these days? You sit down to do something important, maybe studying, working, or building a personal project. You tell yourself, this time I'll concentrate. But then you check your phone for 1 second. One notification becomes 5. 5 seconds becomes 10 minutes. And suddenly, the day is gone. Most people think this means something is wrong with them. They assume they're lazy or broken. But the truth is simpler. You are living in the most distraction-rich environment in human history, and your brain is doing exactly what it was trained to do. Modern life is designed to steal attention. Notifications, social media, endless content, emails, news, multiple tabs open, constant switching. Your brain never rests. It jumps, scans, reacts. And every time you switch tasks, your mind pays a cost. Researchers have found that after an interruption, it can take over 20 minutes to fully regain deep focus. Multiply that by how often you check your phone, and it becomes clear why concentration feels impossible. But distraction is not a modern defect. It is an ancient survival feature. Thousands of years ago, being easily distracted kept humans alive. In the forest, noticing every sound meant avoiding danger. Fragmented attention was protection. Today, that same system is hijacked. Instead of predators, we have notifications. Instead of danger, we have endless entertainment. Your brain is still scanning, but now it scans for novelty and stimulation. And it exhausts you from the inside. So what is the solution? Not motivation, not grinding harder. The answer is learning the power of doing one thing at a time. In Japanese Zen, there is a principle called ichigyo-zamai. It means complete absorption in a single action. One thing, full attention, no division. When you eat, you eat. When you work, you work. When you study, you study. It sounds simple, but in a world built on fragmentation, it is radical. Imagine an ordinary student named Daniel. He had dreams, but every time he sat down to study, his mind betrayed him. He opened his laptop, then another tab, then checked messages, then watched random videos. Hours passed. No progress. He began believing something was wrong with him. One day, a teacher asked him, "How many places is your attention trying to be at once?" Then he explained, "You are not failing because you lack intelligence. You are failing because you are never fully here." That night, Daniel changed his environment. Phone in another room, notifications off, desk cleared. One book, one page, one task. He set a timer for 25 minutes and began. The first minutes were painful. His brain screamed, "Check something, escape." But instead of fighting, he noticed the urge and returned. Again and again. That was the practice. Not perfection, but returning. By the third session, the noise faded. Time slowed down. He entered depth. For the first time in years, he was present. And within a week, he had done more real work than in the past month. Not because he became superhuman, but because he stopped splitting his mind. This is what Ichigyo-zamai teaches. When distraction arises, you don't panic or hate yourself. You simply acknowledge it. My mind wandered. And you return. Every return is like a repetition in the gym, training the brain. Science confirms this. Focused attention strengthens the brain regions responsible for impulse control and concentration. Distraction is not a moral failure. It is conditioning. And focus is the opposite conditioning. But the deepest truth is that this isn't only about productivity. It's about living. How many meals have you eaten without tasting? How many conversations have you had while your mind was elsewhere? We live on autopilot. Ichigyo-zamai wakes you up. When you learn to be fully present, You don't just work better, you live better. So here is the challenge. Today, do one thing fully, put the phone away, close the extra tabs, stop dividing your mind. One action, one moment, one life. Because life is made of moments. And if you are never present in your moments, you are not truly living. One thing at a time. Full attention,